Hello, it's me again, Simon. Nice to see you. I'm going to tell you a story today. About this picture. Now, a lot of people who take my online lessons ask me, Simon, why have you got a picture of a man thumping a polar bear on your wall? And it's a really interesting story, basically. The gentleman in it is an actor called Brian Blessed. And the story goes that he was up in the North Pole on a trek, alone apparently, and he met some Russian sailors from a nearby submarine that had appeared. They recognised him from a couple of his movies, and they shared a lot of vodka and a few Russian folk songs, and for some reason decided to sleep that night under the stars in tents rather than in the safety of a nice warm submarine. So while they were sleeping in an area that was patrolled by polar bears, while they were sleeping, a polar bear crept towards Brian's tent in which he was sleeping and ripped it open with his huge claws and stuck his huge face in, looking for something to eat, which woke up Brian immediately, and he sat up, swearing, punched the polar bear right on the nose. And the polar bear was so frightened and so shocked that it ran away without harming anybody. So Brian had saved the day. And there's also another story about this remarkable bloke from the 1960s when he was walking through a park in London. There was no one else around, but he heard some screams, and he went to investigate and found a woman in the last stages of childbirth. She was just about to give birth to her baby. There were no mobile phones, of course, in those days, and no phone boxes nearby, so he couldn't call for an ambulance. So Brian, being Brian, went to the lady's aid, pulled the baby out, bit through the umbilical cord, and gave the baby back. Yeah, he's that sort of guy. He's also 80 in his 80s. He's a trained cosmonaut, and his next plan is to go to space and be the oldest man who ever travelled in space. Okay, something a bit different from my normal videos, but I hope you enjoyed the little story. You can find it online. Type in Brian Blessed and the polar bear, and you will find the story told by the man himself in much better terms than I can. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye for now.